Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toppa Field in Newport, Rhode Island for 2019 Commonwealth Coast Conference softball championship action. Today, the Seahawks are hosting the Hawks. It's Salve Regina hosting Roger Williams. The two schools are the numbers 4 and 5 seeds, respectively. Salve Regina and Roger Williams are meeting here in Newport today due to unplayable conditions up in Beverly, Massachusetts, where my co-broadcaster, Casie Beauchemin, is a graduate of Endicott College. Welcome, Casie.
Thank you, Ed. It's great to be here.
Casie is a former outfielder for the Gulls, and they are the number 1 seed, unable to play up in Beverly today. So the Seahawks and Hawks are getting together here in Toppa Field, Rhode Island. Salve Regina, the number 4 seed, with a 9-7 record in CCC play, 21-18 overall. And the Hawks of Roger Williams are 18-20 with an 8-8 record in CCC action, clinching the number 5 seed with a sweep of Nicholas College on the final day of the regular season. That was Sunday, April 28. Today is Thursday, May 2, and we've got Commonwealth Coast Conference softball action. We'll set the lineups when we come back. And welcome back to Toppa Field. At Habershaw and Casie Beauchemin on the call. J.C. Garrigan pitching for the Seahawks. Her battery mate is Holly Casie. Both are all-conference performers. Garrigan actually in the outfield. And she's facing a former Seahawk, Elizabeth Lombardo, starting third baseman, and also an all-CCC performer, 4 years. 3 for the Seahawks, and now her senior year with Roger Williams. Grounded a shortstop. Throw is not in time. A nice stop by Amanda Riley at short, and Lombardo beats it out. Next batter up is another all-CCC performer for the Hawks, center fielder Sydney Provenchal.
I'll tell you, Ed, she's a great attribute to this year's team.
The person on first base now?
Both the person on first and the person up to bat, Sydney Provenchal.
Provenchal bunts it foul.
Both of these lovely ladies made second all-CCC team this year.
Provenchal, the leading batter for the Hawks in batting average, comes into this game .364 on the season. It's going to be a pass ball that allows Lombardo to get down to second base. Two and two on the batter. Garrigan delivers. Bunted foul. So now it's 2-2. It's a 3-person umpiring crew for the postseason. Behind the plate and 2 on the base pass. Garrigan looks into Casie, the 2-2. Up the middle. Stopped by Garrigan. Play to first. In time. And Lombardo moves over to third base. Hard shot off Provincial's bat. Garrigan stops it, picks it up in the circle, and throws to Lauren Packer at first base. 1-3 on the play. One out with Lombardo on third base for Alyssa Murray, the designated player, or could be pitcher. We'll find out at the bottom of the inning. Pitch bounces in the turf. Nice block by Casie. Murray gets out of the way. No advancement by Lombardo at third. Another pitch bounces in the turf. Good hop to Casie. Clean catch. 2-0 on Murray. Murray unable to pull the trigger on that pitch. It's inside and a called strike. Murray's batting .246 on the year. Has the most innings pitched on the Hawks, 77 1/3. She is listed as the designated player starting this contest. And Leah Nocella is listed as the starting pitcher in the flex position, not in the batting lineup. 3-1 pitch from Garrigan. Up the middle. It'll score a run. Ground out. It'll go 1-6-3 on the out as Garrigan got a piece of it. RBI for Murray, and it's a 1-0 score. 2 down, bases empty. Brings up Elizabeth Lombardo's sister, Alex Lombardo. She's the first baseman, so a pair of Lombardos at the corners for the Hawks. That'll be an unearned run due to the pass ball. Lombardo batting an even .300 on the year.
It's been really fun to watch these two sisters play on the same team this year. Elizabeth Lombardo is a transfer from Salve.
Three-one count now on Alex Lombardo. The Lombardos are from Thomaston, Connecticut. Alex, a freshman, Liz, a senior. And Alex draws the 2-out base on balls. And she'll get a visit from the 2017 CCC Pitcher of the Year and Salve Regina pitching coach, Kelsey Borman.
I remember playing against Kelsey Borman. She's a great pitcher. Up to bat now is number 5, Michaela Pohl.
Garrigan working ahead, gets a swing and a miss, and now a foul. 0-2 on Michaela Pohl. Pohl batting .297 on the year. 11 for 37. One extra base hit. It was a double. 2 runs batted in. Batting with 2 outs and 1 runner on base. Gets a piece of that to stay alive. Pohl, a senior from Middleborough, Massachusetts. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. After half inning, it's 1-0 Roger Williams. Bottom of the first inning at Toppa Field. Salve Regina at the plate. Leadoff batter for the Seahawks is senior all-conference outfielder Lindsay Florent from New Bedford, Massachusetts. She's facing Leah Nocella. Starting pitcher for the Hawks, a .281 earned run average, 6-5 record on the season. This is her 22nd appearance and her 11th start. She's got 4 complete games, one of those being a shutout. 69 2/3 innings pitched. And she's ahead of Lindsay Florent, 0-2. Casie Beauchemin will give us the Hawks defense.
All right, so we got behind the plate, we have number 5, Michaela Pohl. Third base, we have number 25, Elizabeth Lombardo. At short, we have number 16, Katrina Goria. Over at second is number 10, Bella Malvini. And at first, we have number 18, Alex Lombardo. For the outfield, we have in left field, number 9, Amanda Bolter. In center, we have Sydney Provincial. And at right field, we have number 13, Tara Chitowski.
And Nocella gets her first out by way of a swinging strike. Striking out Lindsay Florent for out number 1. Leah leading the Hawks staff now with 52 Ks on the season. All-conference shortstop. First teamer, Amanda Riley at the plate. Top 2 in the Seahawk order. The only lefties on the Salve Regina batting lineup. And we'll have more accurate check swing calls with umpires on the corner infield spots. It's much tougher with the 2-person crew. Pitch fouled back. 2-1 now on Amanda Riley. She's batting .403 on the season. Tops on the Seahawks in many categories, RBIs and runs scored. That's rolled to the second baseman Malvini. Overhand throw to Alex Lombardo. 2 outs. Brings up designated player Maddie Machado. She earned second team all-conference honors as designated player. Roger Williams swept a pair from Salve Regina back on April 18 in Bristol. 3-1 the final in Game 1 and 8-2 the final in Game 2.
Yep.
It was intermittent rain throughout the games.
Change up from Nacella.
A lot of off-speed pitches from her already in the first inning. 1-2 count on Machado. She's batting .253 on the year. And Nocella gets 2 strikeouts around a grounded to second. A 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Roger Williams will come to bat with a 1-0 lead in the second. Ed Habershaw and Casie Beauchemin back on the call for Commonwealth Coast Conference softball playoff action. Roger Williams, the visiting team from Bristol, Rhode Island, and Salve Regina University, the home team in Newport, Rhode Island. We're at Toppa Field. Tara Chatowski from North Kingstown, Rhode Island, batting from the left side, facing J.C. Garrigan. The Hawks scored a run in the first inning. Leadoff batter Liz Lombardo singled to shortstop Amanda Riley, her former teammate on the left side of the infield. And Sydney Provenchal moved the runner to third after a pass ball by bouncing back to the pitcher J.C. Garrigan. And then Alyssa Murray delivered the RBI grounder up the middle. It was an out off of Garrigan, and then Riley getting it over to Packer. 2-2 count on the leadoff batter, Chatowski.
What are you doing? Hey there, everybody. This is Casie Beauchemin.
Chatowski batting .304 on the year. As grounded foul, count remains 2-2. J.C. Garrigan comes into today's game with a .428 earned run average, 3-2 record on the season. She's making her 9th game start, her 6th start, her 9th appearance. She's got 3 complete games, including her last 2 were complete game shutouts over Eastern Connecticut State University and Wentworth Institute of Technology. 34 and a third innings pitched into today's start. Another 2-2. Lined into center field, a base hit. Brings up the shortstop, Goria. So the leadoff batter has gotten on in consecutive innings for the Hawks. Lombardo in the first, and now Chitowski here in the second. Goria batting .250 on the year, grounds that to Amanda Riley. Gets the force at second, Nikki Vanelli covering. Salve Regina head coach Janelle Quinto arguing that the batter contacted the ball out of the box as she pulled it to the shortstop.
As a lefty slapper, I got that call all the time.
So Goria on first with the fielder's choice. 6-4 on the putout on Chitowski. And the home plate umpire enlisting the help of his three-person crew to see if they saw what Janelle Quinto saw. Quinto in her third season as head coach. Joyce Morty in the Hawks dugout, or actually now on the coaching box as her team bats. In her ninth season coaching Roger Williams University. Brings up Amanda Bolter, the left fielder. Bolter batting .176 on the year. She does have an extra base hit. And 10 runs batted in. So 12 hits with 10 runs batted in is pretty impressive. She makes those hits count. Looking to bunt.
She's definitely a clutch hitter in key situations for the Hawks, that's for sure.
So after that last offer was not ruled a strike, Garrigan comes in and gets the called strike. Stopped by Garrigan. She'll go to first. Gets the out there, and now the runner will be caught in a rundown. Goria being chased to the bag and tagged out by Amanda Riley.
Looks like she lost her footing there. Trying to get back to second base.
She had rounded it, and then Packer, after getting the ball from the pitcher Garrigan, throws to Riley at short, covering second, and Riley runs down Goria for the final out. No runs, one hit, no errors, and nobody left. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Roger Williams. Welcome back to Toppa Field. Bottom of the second inning. Seahawks went down 1-2-3 against Nocella in the first. So Nikki Vanelli, the Salve Regina second baseman, at the plate. She made third team All CCC, as announced yesterday. That'll go down as a dropped foul on the catcher. That's in foul territory and out of play on the right side. Vanelli batting .268 on the year. Splits her time between third base and second. Majority has been at third base, but she's starting at second today. She leads the Seahawks in home runs with 4, including a walk-off game winner against UMass Dartmouth back in April. That's in the air, foul on the right. Vanelli, the leadoff batter, followed by Holly Cathius, Megan Guest. The middle third of the Seahawk order. Waits on that pitch, fouls it off, out of play. Game management crew was pulled together very quickly here at Toppa Field. A lot of students in class. Second to last day of classes on the Seahawk campus in Newport. So a lot of staff members are pitching in. Matt Finlayson, I know, is chasing down one of those foul balls. 3-2 count now on Vanelli. In the air, right center field. It's carrying all the way. Picked up on one hop by Provenchal, and it's a double for Vanelli.
That's a great at-bat right there. Got the right pitches she wanted and pulled it to right field.
She's on second base with no outs. And it's the first hit for Salve Regina against Nocella. That's Vanelli's 4th double of the year, matching her home run total. She has 4 doubles, 3 triples, and 4 home runs. Holly Cathius at the plate. Cathius, a second-team All-CCC catcher. And Casie, this is only her second year as a catcher. She's come in as an infielder and then trained herself to be a catcher when former All-CCC player Emily Wozniak left the sport. That's fouled to the backstop. I want our audience to know that Casie Beauchemin has picked up producing on production truck very well. So she's able to provide the graphics. And that grounded to the right side is picked up by Malvini over to Lombardo and moves Vanelli down to third with just 1 out. Casie Beauchemin in her first year as an assistant sports information director at Roger Williams by way of Endicott College. Megan Guess at the plate. Seahawk right fielder in this game. One of 4 seniors on the Salve Regina roster. All in the lineup today. Guess batting .288 on the year from Meriden, Connecticut. Has played primarily center field this year with Garrigan pitching now. She's in right. Guess 19 for 66 coming into this at bat with 6 runs batted in. Has a chance to tie the game here. Stays alive with that foul to the backstop. On deck is the pitcher, J.C. Garrigan. Count now full on the Seahawk right fielder. Nikki Vinelli on third base. She doubled to right center to lead off the inning. Moved to third on the grounder by Casie. That's out of play to the right.
This is a huge at-bat for Guest. Bring in that run from third.
Less than 2 outs, so a fly ball could get it done. Ball 4. First walk of the game, either side. And now J.C. Garrigan batting .312 on the year. She's an all CCC outfielder. Starting pitcher in this game. She's been on a tear from the pitcher's circle as of late. Coming into this game with back-to-back complete game shutouts. Has a chance to help herself out and tie this game or more. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. Garrigan followed by Packer and then Guzmano, then the top of the lineup for the Seahawks. Garrigan 7, Packer 8, and Guzmano 9 in the Seahawk batting order. Runners at the corners, just 1 out. 0-1 pitch coming from Nocella to Garrigan. Catches the outside part of the plate, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout for Nocella. Getting her counterpart. Brings up Lauren Packer. She's had a number of clutch 2-out hits for the Seahawks, and she'll be asked to do the same here. A freshman from Manchester, Connecticut. Slashes that one foul. Guest on first, Vinelli on third. She led off with a double. 2 outs. The 0-1 up high. Packer lays off. Foul to the backstop. Nocella ahead 1-2 on Packer. Casie with Lauren's Irish heritage. She is competing for the Irish national team for a spot in the Olympics in 2020.
Oh, yes. I know. Can't wait to see those results.
Softball makes its return. Lifted foul and out of play. We're protected with this tent covering our heads, so we don't flinch.
Thank God.
Nocella still ahead 1-2 on Packer. She waits on it, lifts it into center field. Sydney Provincial makes the catch going to her right. And side retired. No runs, 1 hit. No errors and 2 left. We head to the third inning. It's 1-0 Roger Williams. Welcome back to Toppa Field. Roger Williams University batting in the top of the third inning, leading 1-0, and 9-1-2 due up for the Hawks. Malvini, the second baseman, followed by Elizabeth Lombardo and Sydney Provenchal. Ed Habershaw and Casie Beauchemin on the call. A combined Salve Regina Roger Williams broadcast. That pitch bounces in the turf and hits the batter. Malvini will take first base on the hit pitch. Not often you see a ball bounce in the turf and then come up and hit the batter, but that's what happened, and fortunately she was in the batter's box, so she gets first base. Lombardo singled and scored in the first inning, reached second on a pass ball, and then advanced on back-to-back grounders up the middle. We are in the top of the third. Elizabeth Lombardo batting with a runner on first base. That's Malvini. She led off, hit by a pitch. And now J.C. Garrigan has an 0-2 count on her former teammate. Grounded to Guzmano. Goes to second for the force. Gets the one out. Fielder's choice for Liz Lombardo. 5-4. Guzmano to Vanelli on the putout. Sydney Provenchal bats. She grounded back to J.C. Garrigan for the first out of the first inning. One out and one on for the center fielder. Outstanding job done by the scoreboard operator out in left field, foul territory. Chris Peasley, a member of our men's basketball team. Got to have sharp eyes and sharp ears to hear the ball strike called by the home plate umpire from that distance.
Very impressive.
Sydney Provenchal has a 1-2 count on her. Batting with one out, top of the third inning. 1-0 lead for Roger Williams. Elizabeth Lombardo on first. Outside for a ball. Full count now on Provenchal. And that's ball 4. So a hit batsman Fielder's choice, and now a walk puts runners at first and second for the Hawks.
Looks like we have a pinch runner coming in. Correction, it looks like a defensive change is coming in.
Provenchal is on first with the walk. And pitcher of the year, Andy Nelson, will come in, relieve J.C. Garrigan of her glove. She's actually going to go out into left field. Emily Angel exits the lineup. So defensively, what's happening is that Emily Angel has been removed from the game. She's in the defensive-only position, so that's where Annie Nelson will be inserted into the lineup. She's taking her warm-up tosses. Annie Nelson, the Commonwealth Coast Conference Pitcher of the Year, a sophomore from Candia, New Hampshire, a 155 earned run average, a 15-7 record, making her 29th appearance of the season. She has 17 starts, 15 complete games. This is in relief. She does have 2 saves, but we're very early in this game. It's top of the 3rd inning. So J.C. Garrigan goes out to left field, and Andy Nelson into pitch. Number 28 gets a strike on the first batter she's facing. Alyssa Murray, designated player for the Hawks. Yes, I flinched there, Casie. I'll admit it.
I think I'm used to it by now.
Well, you're playing outfield most of the time.
It's very true.
It takes a while to get out there, but when you're behind the backstop, that's into the outfield, dropping a base hit. Lindsay Florent gunning, not in time. It's cut off by Amanda Riley. As Elizabeth Lombardo scores for the second time today, and it's a 2-0 lead. And there'll be runners at first and second on that single by Alyssa Murray, RBI. That run is charged to starter J.C. Garrigan. She's now out in left field. Two nothing to score. 1 out. Top of the 3rd inning. Alex Lombardo at the plate with runners on first and second. That's in the air right side, and it'll drift out of play. First run against Garrigan unearned in the 1st inning. This one earned. Although she did not allow a hit in the inning, Murray gets the first hit of the inning for the Hawks, and that's against relief pitcher Andy Nelson. 1-2 count on Alex Lombardo. Lines it to Packer.
Just missed the double play.
As Murray gets back to the bag. Safe is the call by the base path umpire. So an L3 on Lombardo. That's an L4 for Michaela Pohl. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 2 left. After 2.5, it's 2-0 Roger Williams. First at bat for Ali Guzmano in the bottom of the third inning. She's the number 9 batter in the Seahawk lineup. Seahawks squandered a leadoff double by Nikki Vanelli in the bottom of the second. She was stranded at third, while Megan Guess was left at first base. They were on board at the corners with just one out, but the Seahawks could not produce a run, and the Hawks produced their second run. They have a 2-0 lead here as Salve Regina bats in the bottom of the third inning. It was a leadoff hit batter that J.C. Garrigan allowed. Got a force out off the bat. Of Liz Lombardo. Provincial walked. And then relief pitcher Andy Nelson gave up an RBI single to Alyssa Murray. And Guzmano gets the leadoff walk. Brings up the top of the order, Lindsay Florence. She struck out swinging in the bottom of the first inning. 3 Ks in the game for Nocella. Two of them came in the first inning.
Wouldn't be surprised here if she laid down a sacrifice bunt, move over the runner.
She's got the team's leader in RBI, Amanda Riley, on deck. Guzmano on first with a leadoff walk. She showed bunt. A nice jump off the bag by Guzmano. Pitch in the turf for a ball. It's tough to say in the dirt when you know there's no dirt over here. Lombardo fields the sacrifice. Over to Malvini covering at second. 5-4 on the sacrifice. Guzmano down to second. Amanda Riley grounded out to Malvini for the second out in the first inning. She bats with an opportunity to drive in a run here. First pitch swinging, grounded into the off of the Hawk dugout on the third base side. That's going to bring a nice out by Provincial. Good range by the center fielder, as that ball was tailing away from center field. But Provincial got a nice jump on the line drive and gets out number 2. Guzmano stays at second, having to dive back. Brings up Maddie Machado. She struck out swinging to end the first. Takes ball 1 outside. So 2 down. Guzmano on second. Goria not in time. It'll be an infield hit from Machado. It was a slow bouncer. Guzmano timed her run to third. Crossing in front of Goria. Not contacting the ball. So runners at the corners again. And now for Nikki Vanelli. She had a leadoff double. And there'll be a conference in the pitcher circle with the entire Hawk infield and catcher, as Vanelli gets loose outside of the batter's box with her very popular walk-up song. We don't know what it is because foreign language. Casie, you were mentioning the great at-bat that Nikki had in the second inning leading off. worked the count full, fouled off several pitches, and then drove one to deep right center. Again, Provincial showing her range, caught that on one bounce out there.
We've seen her do that a lot this season, actually. She has a wide range going from left to right, being able to make some diving catches along the way as well.
Sophomore from Cumberland, Rhode Island, all CCC second team outfield. So the Seahawks have their second hit of the game. Benelli with a double in the second. Now Machado with a 2-out single to short. Machado running down to second base. And is tagged out.
It looks like she overslid the bag.
Umpire is saying that she caught her on the hand on the slide. Certainly not something you can argue because it's what the umpire saw, and we've got no video evidence for it. So no runs on one hit, no errors, one left after the caught stealing. We'll head to the top of the fourth. It's 2-0 Roger Williams. Top of the fourth inning, 2-0 Roger Williams leading over Salve Regina. Tara Chachowski, who has one of the 3 Hawk hits, leading off the second, now leading off the fourth.
Right on the outside corner.
Tuchowski facing Andy Nelson for the first time today. Nelson in relief of starter J.C. Garrigan. Garrigan out in left field. That's bounced foul just past Lauren Packer at first base. 2-2, the count on Tara Tuchowski. Her twin sister Taylor also in the Hawk roster. It's Chachowski, Goria, and Bolter due up for Roger Williams. 6, 7, 8 in their order. Outside for ball 3. Tara lines that into right center. Her second hit of the afternoon. And for the second time, head coach Nelly Quinto arguing that Chitowski contacted the ball out of the box. No call there. She's on first with the leadoff single.
Well, we knew that one was going to be called out.
You do have 3 umpires, so hopefully somebody sees it. So it'll go as a 2 unassisted on the putout for Goria. She had reached on the fielder's choice in the second inning. And the batter is Amanda Bolter, the left fielder. She bounced back to Jacie Garrigan in the second, the pitcher. One out, Chitowski on first. 2-1 pitch coming from Andy Nelson. Foul to the backstop. Two and two on Bolter. Roger Williams with a 2-0 lead, batting in the top of the fourth.
I flinched there.
Straight back to the backstop. Casie, the only thing I'm concerned with is the camera equipment.
That makes sense.
The fence does a nice job of protecting us. Another 2-2 fouled off Bolter in the box, so she's still alive. Goria was out because she contacted the batted ball when she was out of the box. To the left side, Guzmano up with it quickly over to Packer. 5-3 on Bolter. Chitowski down to second with 2 outs. Brings up Bella Malvini, second baseman for the Hawks. Malvini, a senior from Westerly, Rhode Island. Westerly to Bristol could be one of the longest trips within the state. So she went a long way to school. That's grounded to Packer. She'll take it unassisted to the bag. And for the Hawks in the fourth inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-0 Roger Williams. Nikki Vanelli was at the plate when Maddie Machado was caught stealing to end the bottom of the third for the Seahawks. Twice they've had runners at the corners, unable to produce a run, trailing 2-0 here against Leah Nocella. That's in the air right field, landing just foul between Tara Chitowski and Bella Malvini. Right fielder and second baseman for the Hawks, giving chase. Nikki Vanelli, Seahawks second baseman, Had a leadoff double in the second. Now leads off the bottom of the fourth. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Roger Williams. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for Salve Regina. Seahawks batting. That's in the air right field. Tara Chitowski has the catch. Brings up the catcher, Holly Cathius. She grounded to second. That moved Vanelli to third base with 1 out in the second. Seahawks unable to bring Vanelli home. First pitch foul to the backstop. Ed Habershaw and Casie Beauchemin bringing you the call from Commonwealth Coast Conference softball action. Roger Williams and Salve Regina at Toppa Field. Second pitch from Nocella to Cathius up high, 1-1. Cathius followed by Megan Guess, J.C. Garrigan, Lauren Packer, and Ali Guzmano. Then the top of the order for the Seahawks. Outside pitch gets the strike call to a 1-2.
Michaela Fall did a great job framing that pitch.
She's done it several times today already. So Seahawk hitters had be warned. Cathy is batting .287. Lifts that in the air. Malvini under it at second base for out number 2. Brings up Megan Guest with 2 outs. Base is empty. Bottom of the fourth. For number 4, playing right field today. First pitch swinging in the air, foul territory, and Lombardo. Elizabeth Lombardo catches it near her dugout on the third base side. A 1-2-3 for Nocella in the fourth. And the Hawks will be batting in the top of the fifth, leading 2-0. Welcome back to Toppa Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Salve Regina and Roger Williams in Commonwealth Coast Conference softball playoff action. Former Seahawk Elizabeth Lombardo facing her former teammate, Andy Nelson. Lombardo has a 3-0 count in her favor. Swings and a miss at the 3-0 pitch. Lombardo has reached base twice and scored twice, singled in the first. Fielder's choice in the third, both times scoring runs. The only 2 runs in the game thus far. The Hawks leading 2-0, batting in the top of the 5th inning. Ed Habershaw and Casie Beauchemin on the call. Pitch fouled and now a 3-2 count on the Hawks senior from Thomaston, Connecticut. Okay, the scoreboard was wrong. Now it's 3-2. Chris Peasley. Nelson works away. No chase by Lombardo. She gets the leadoff walk. The Hawks have had the leadoff batter on in all 4 innings now. 2 of them have scored. Lombardo in the first. She wasn't the leadoff batter in the third, but she replaced that batter with the fielder's choice. Now she's on first for Sydney Provenchal. There's a bunt. Packer fields. Gets it in time to Nikki Vanelli covering. Throw down to Lindsay Florent. She applies a nice hard tag to Elizabeth Lombardo.
The Hawks have to be careful that play. It's the second time they did that. Keep overrunning second base.
Yeah, Riley, the shortstop, came over to cover third, while Florent came in from center field to cover second. 3-4 on the sacrifice for Provincial. It moves Lombardo to second with 1 out for Alyssa Murray. She had an RBI single in the 3rd inning. She was the first batter to face relief pitcher Andy Nelson, the Commonwealth Coast Conference Pitcher of the Year. And Lombardo scored from second on that base hit.
You know what's interesting, Ed? Elizabeth Lombardo, if you see on second base, her starting position is with her knee down.
I noticed that at first base, too, earlier. She gets comfortable, doesn't she?
She does.
Every player has their style.
Very true, very true.
She's on second base with 1 out, a 2-2 count on Alyssa Murray. And that's a base hit into left field. Second hit for Murray. She's got a pair of RBI. Alex Lombardo, the batter. She walked in the first and lined out to first baseman Lauren Packer in the 3rd.
Coach Joyce Mowdy seems to be making some changes.
We'll see a pinch runner for Murray, who's the designated player.
Taylor Chitowski.
So the twin sister of Tara Chachowski in as pinch runner at first base for Alyssa Murray. So 2 sets of sisters already in this game for the Hawks. Lombardo at third, Lombardo at the plate. Taylor Chitowski on first base, the pinch runner.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen here because Alex Lombardo has already hit 2 walk-offs for us this year.
And a steal of second uncontested for the pinch runner. Now runners at second, third, 1 out. Middle infield fairly deep for the Seahawks. That's into right field. Bouncing in front of Guest. Throw home. And nice tag by Taylor Chachowski catching the plate. 2 runs on the single to right field by Alex Lombardo. She's on second base after the throw.
Perfect hook slide for Taylor. Michaela Full fouls that one off.
So that's a big stolen base for Chitowski. Puts her in scoring position, and then she comes home on the 2-run single to right by Alex Lombardo.
Got to be tough with 2 in this situation.
To the right side, Packer flips to Vanelli covering. Second out, Alex Lombardo moves down to third base. Brings up Tara Chitowski. She's 2 for 2. She led off the second and the fourth innings with singles. Has not advanced past first base. Alex Lombardo on third base. She has a 2-run single. A 4-0 lead for the Hawks here in the 5th. Strike call on Chitowski. Casie throws down to Guzmano at third. Alex Lombardo back safely. 1-2 pitch coming from Andy Nelson to Tara Chitowski. Up high. That's ripped out of play. Count now full. 2 down, 3-2 count on Tara Chitowski. She's 2 for 2. Alex Lombardo on third base. That's in the air. Left field, J.C. Garrigan a few steps to her right. Makes the grab for the final out. But the Hawks score 2 more. Two runs on 2 hits, no errors and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-0 Roger Williams. J.C. Garrigan leads off against Leah Nocella. Batting in the bottom of the 5th inning. Seahawks scoreless and down 4 runs, 4-0. Roger Williams with the lead. Garrigan batting .309 on the year. She struck out swinging her only at bat thus far in this game. That came in the 2nd inning. Salve had runners at the corners. Leadoff double by Vanelli. A 1-out walk to Megan Guest. Seahawks unable to tie the score at the time. Hawks have gone on to score 3 more runs. It's 4-0.
Seemed like Salve had great opportunities to score, just couldn't execute.
And a former Seahawk, Elizabeth Lombardo, responsible for 3 of the 4 runs. She's been on base all 3 times and has scored all 3 times. Last time coming home on her sister Alex Lombardo's single to right field. 3-2 count now on Garrigan. Hard shot foul. Other Commonwealth Coast Conference softball action. University of New England hosting Nichols College. The Norrises with a 10-3 lead in the top of the 5th inning. That game started at 1:30 up in Biddeford, Maine. They'll have another game following it. Gordon and Western New England will have an elimination game. Garrigan staying alive with a couple of pitches fouled off. Another 3-2 from Nocella. Another foul. Head coach Janelle Iaquinto in the 3rd base box. Assistant coach Jen Rosa in the 1st base box. Seahawks staff includes Kelsey Borman, the pitcher of the year from 2017. Ball 4 to J.C. Garrigan. Leading off for the Seahawks in the 5th. So Garrigan on first base. Second walk issued by Nocella. Actually, 3rd walk. She's issued walks to Megan Guest, Ali Guzmano, and now J.C. Garrigan. We'll see if those walks come back to haunt her. Malvini coming in behind Garrigan at first base. Gets the throw from Michaela Pohl. Garrigan dives back safely head first. Packer watches the 1-0 pitch across the lower part of the plate for strike 1. Count now 1-2 on Lauren Packer. Nocella works her outside. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out for Ali Guzmano. Seahawk 3rd baseman from Orange, Connecticut. That's the 4th strikeout for Nocella. She now has 55 on the season. Line drive into left field. Base hit for Ali Guzmano.
She waited on that changeup and hit it perfectly.
And it's just the third hit of the day for the Seahawks. Brings up the center fielder, Lindsey Florent. Machado, Vanelli, and now Guzmano with the 3 Seahawk hits. They trail 4-0. 1 out, 2 on in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Sorry, I didn't see that. Thank you. Must be nice.
Lindsey Florent, 0 for 1, strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. Lets the 0-2 pitch go by up high.
That's Nocello's 3rd rise ball at this at bat.
If the Seahawks are going to mount a comeback, they've got the right batters to do it. Top of the order, just 1 out with 2 on. Florent followed by Riley. Garrigan on second, Guzmano on first base. 2-2. Good eye by Lindsey Florent. That's outside for ball 3. Another full count. Nocella, who wears a face mask, sends the pitch in, gets the bouncer back. She'll go to third, get the force there. The turf produces nice bounces for the infield. Fielder's choice for Florent. Guzmano down to second. Garrigan out. 1-5 on the play. Two down for Amanda Riley. One swing could put the Seahawks back in this game. Amanda 0 for 2 in this contest. Bounced to second base Malvini and then lined out to Provenchal in center. Swing and a miss there. Quickly in an 0-2 hole.
This is a huge at-bat for Salve.
And singles into right center. Guzmano will score the first Seahawk run. And Florent gets down to third base.
Do I hit replay?
So Manny Machado bats. Swings and misses at the first pitch. It was up high. Machado singled in the third and then was caught stealing. Seahawks have a run on the board. A pair of hits in this inning, including a walk. Another caught stealing. Michaela Pohl with a strong throw. Goria applying the tag from shortstop. Seahawks strand another runner at third. And we'll head to the top of the sixth. It's 4-1. Roger Williams. Shortstop Goria leads off for the Hawks in the top of the 6th inning. Roger Williams leading Salve Regina 4-1. Seahawks get on the board in the bottom of the 5th inning. Amanda Riley with a single to right center. That's going to be a base hit to left field. So Casie, a recipe for success is getting the leadoff batter on, and thus far in all 6 innings, Roger Williams has done that. Katrina Goria, the shortstop, with the leadoff single, her first hit of the afternoon. Amanda Bolter, the batter. Now, we know that pitch was called a strike on previous batters by the same home plate umpire. That looked a little bit further outside, but called strike. And ball 4 issued by Annie Nelson, her first walk. Oh, correction, her second walk. She issued a leadoff walk to Liz Lombardo in the 5th inning. Lombardo scored her 3rd run of the game. So a leadoff single for Katrina Goria. She's on second after the walk to Amanda Bolter. Brings up a pinch hitter for Bella Malvini.
Rachel Wanzelak.
Wanzelak batting .281 on the year. 9 hits, 32 at-bats. No extra bases. But she does have 2 runs batted in. Number 8, pinch hitting for number 9. Excuse me, number 10. Number 9 on first base with the walk. Bolter and Goria on base with nobody out. Wanzeliak, 0-2 hole. Grounded to Vanelli. Gets the tag and the out at first. Double play by the second baseman.
Nice heads-up play by Vanelli.
So it'll be a 4-3 GDP, and Goria moves down to third base. Top of the order, it's Liz Lombardo. She's been a thorn in the Seahawks side. Mostly from getting on base and scoring, but now she has a chance to drive in a run.
I'm sure there's a friendly rivalry going on with Elizabeth Lombardo, having her played at Salve just last year.
Casie, I wouldn't be surprised to see 4 pitches out of the strike zone, not letting. Ooh. Thank you, Andy, for correcting me. Coach Iaquinto not wanting to let Lombardo have a chance at driving in a run, but putting it on Sydney Provincial's bat.
It's a tough decision as both of them have definitely earned their spot in the first and second part of the lineup.
Actually, I think Holly Casie might have gone out to the pitcher to have that conversation. Listen, we don't want to give her anything to hit here.
Right.
But they'll take that strike call anytime. Three, 2. Ball 4. Almost the
Close to
same spot. Runners at the corners for the Hawks. Goria on third. She led off with a single. Lombardo on first. The 2-out walk. Provincial fouls the first pitch. Sydney 0 for 2 did draw a walk in the third inning. That was the last batter that J.C. Garrigan faced. Oh, 2 now on Provincial. Team's leader in batting average, 360. Casie comes up ready to fire. Pitch just misses for 1-2. Casie, nice job framing, but doesn't get the strike there. Just outside for 2-2.
Nelson knows the umpire behind the plate likes that outside call.
Works her inside there. It's fouled to the Hawk dugout on the third base side. That might have been a setup pitch for the next one. Let's see if she goes back outside. Low.
Mix it up with some off speed.
Full count.
She's
4-1 the score. Roger Williams scoring in the first, third, and fifth innings, batting here in the top of the sixth with a 3-run lead. Fouled in the box. Count remains 3-2. Lombardo will be off on the pitch. Goria on third base. Lined. Shortstop Amanda Riley. Throw is wide. And the ball is dead. So an RBI on the grounder. I think she was going to beat it out.
I do too.
But the error allows another run to score. So it'll be an infield single.
Provincial did what she had to do in order to get the runs in.
I think the ball went into the Seahawk dugout, so extra bases were awarded to runners. I think Janelle Iquinto is asking for Lombardo to be returned to third base. That would be Elizabeth Lombardo, and she is. So just one run scored. There'll be runners at second and third. Goria's run is earned because she scored on the infield single by Provincial. Provincial now on second base. Five-1 the score. We're in the top of the sixth inning. Nelson almost got out of the inning, but a well-placed grounder by Provincial in the hole between third and short. Long throw for Riley, unable to get her in time. And now Alyssa Murray back in her designated hitter role. She was lifted for pinch runner Taylor Chichowski. Chichowski stole a base and scored. Liz Lombardo on third, Provincial on second, Murray at the plate. 1 run in for the Hawks. They lead 5-1. Off-speed pitch out in front for Murray. She's down 1-2. Low and away for 2-2. Count now full on Alyssa Murray. Lifts that pitch in the air, out of play. Murray, a junior from Greenbrook, New Jersey. Pitcher, infielder, the designated player role in this game. Annie Nelson with another 3-2. Bounces it. Stopped by Cathius. Ball 4 to Murray. Loads the bases for Alex Lombardo. She had a 2-run single her last at bat.
I'll tell you, she's not really the one you want to have up with the bases loaded here.
For the Seahawks perspective.
Very true.
For the Roger Williams perspective, she's dangerous. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Grounded, stopped by Lauren Packer at first for the final out. So 1 run on 1 hit. 2 hits. There was 1 error and 3 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Roger Williams 5, Salve Regina 1. Welcome back to Toppa Field in Newport, Rhode Island, home of Salve Regina University softball. The Seahawks are hosting the Hawks of Roger Williams University, and the visitors have a 5-1 lead as the home team bats in the bottom of the sixth. Manny Machado leads off, lines it to right field, foul on the second pitch, 0-2. Machado has one of the 4 Seahawk hits. That came in the third inning. She was caught stealing, struck out in the first inning. Facing Leah Nocella, starting pitcher for the Hawks, working in the 6th inning. Grounded, that's fair. And making the play unassisted is Alex Lombardo for 1 out. Nikki Vanelli doubled to lead off the second inning and then flew out to right field in the 4th. Bats with 1 out, nobody on in the 6th. Seahawks trailing by 4 runs. 5-1 the score. Casie, that's what happens when you're about to type in 3U on a play. 3's on the mind. First 2 pitches from Nocella off the mark. 2-0 count on Vanelli. Low and called a strike. 2-1. Vanelli turns to say, I'm short, but not that short. Chases the high pitch, misses. 2-2. The winner of this game will face number 1 seed Endicott College on Friday in Beverly. That's ripped into right field. Vanelli has to beat it out. She does. Nice backup by Pole. And now the ball gets thrown around. But it's just a single for Nikki Vanelli. A little bit of entertainment with the throws. Nice job by Tara Chachowski coming up to gun it to first. Vanelli hit it hard, so she knew she had to get to the bag quickly. It's Nikki's second hit of the day. 2 for 3. Now Holly Cathius at the plate. Cathius 0 for 2. Swings and miss. Foul to the backstop. 0-2. Cathius, a senior from Pelham, New Hampshire, has made herself into an all-conference catcher. Came to the program as an infielder. Up the middle and through. Vanelli reaches second. So with 1 out, Seahawks have a pair of runners on for Megan Guest. Back-to-back singles for Vanelli and Cathius. 6 hits in the game now for Salve Regina. Still trailing by 4 runs. That pitch up high gets away from Pole. It'll go down as a pass ball, allowing Cathius to second and Vanelli to third. Guest swings and misses at the 1-0. 1-1. Up high. 2-1. Nocella said, "You like that pitch so much? Here it is again." Guest lays off it. Count in her favor. Now it's even after that foul. The 2-2 from Nocella to Guest. In the air, left field, it's dropping. And in. Vanelli scores from third. And Guest makes it all the way to second.
Now batting number 17, Casie Garrigan.
And that's going to be a double. Because no throw. She hit it in the perfect spot. And it looks like Joyce Morty will come out and bring in a relief pitcher.
Haley Pretchel.
What number is Haley?
She is number 15.
So our new pitcher, Haley Pretchel, senior from Glenmont, New York, getting the call from the bullpen. Haley making her 16th appearance of the season. She has a .420 earned run average, 4-3 record. One complete game, it was a shutout, and one save on the season. She's entering in a save situation. As the Seahawks just scored a run, it's 5-2. Still just one out. J.C. Garrigan, the first batter for the Seahawks, due up to face Haley Pretchel. And she has home run power, so one swing could tie the game.
As a senior in this position, you wait your whole life. Try and prepare your whole life to be in this, to help your team get a win.
Garrigan at the plate. Pretchel on the mound. To the left side. Stopped by Lombardo, but no play. It'll be an infield single for J.C. Garrigan, RBI, and the score is now 5-3. Megan Guest did a nice job of holding the bag at second. A nice stop by Lombardo. She kept it from going into the outfield.
A stop by Full.
So 3 hits in the inning for the Seahawks. Pretchel gives up the infield single. First batter she faces, J.C. Garrigan.
Count is 1-1.
Lauren Packer at the plate. 0 for 2. That was against starter Leah Nocella. Teams are even in hits, 8 apiece. Roger Williams with the 5-3 lead. Pretchel with the 1-2. Bounces it. And caught stealing will be Megan Guest. She's out at third.
Good shoot from number 5, Michaela Pohl.
She's 3 for 3 and catching Seahawks on the base pass. Twice at second and now at third. And Janella Quinto in a long discussion with the umpire at third base. Gives the Hawk infield an opportunity to go converse in the circle. If the call stands, there'll be 2 outs with Packer facing a 2-2 pitch. Garrigan did get down a second.
Take that umpire's name down. I'm making a phone call as soon as this game's over.
Thank you, I have it. So 2 outs. Guest caught stealing. 2-5 on the play. Packer batting with a 2-2 count. J.C. Garrigan on second base. Grounder to shortstop, Goria. Throw over to Alex Lombardo in time. 6-3 on the out. Seahawks score 2 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors, 1 left. We head to the 7th inning. It's 5-3, Roger Williams. Top of the 7th. The catcher, Michaela Pohl, 0 for 3 at the plate, but she's 3 for 3 in gunning down Seahawk runners, leading off for the Hawks with a 5-3 lead. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Andy Nelson. Grounder back to Nelson. She makes the stab, backhand, and overhand throw to Lauren Packer for out number 1.
I got to tell you, Nelson has some great pitch selection, that's for sure.
Do you remember facing her your senior year?
I do. Remember it well.
It was right here at Toppa Field. First year the Seahawks had the turfed facility at Toppa.
Nice little poke for Taylor Chitowski.
Tara Chachowski with her 3rd hit of the game. She is 3 for 4. She's on first base with 1 out. That's in the air in the infield. Lauren Packer made the decision to get away from the bag and go grab it in the air for out number 2. Goria with the pop to first base. Brings up the left fielder, Amanda Bolter.
Yep.
She drew a walk in the 6th inning. She's 0 for 2. Nice stop by Holly Cathius.
One and 2 count for Amanda Bolter.
She's batting with 2 outs and Chitowski on first base. Roger Williams with a 5-3 lead. 9-8 in the hit column. Tara Chitowski 3 for 4. Although none of her hits have produced runs for the Hawks. Most of their run production coming in at the top of the order. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Nelson in the game. And the Seahawks are down to their final at-bats, trailing 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Ed Habershaw and Casie Beauchemin on the call for Commonwealth Coast Conference softball playoff action from Toppa Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Seahawks and the Hawks, 2 Rhode Island schools, battling it here at Toppa. Ali Guzmano leading off for Salve Regina, facing the second Roger Williams pitcher, Haley Pretchell. That's lifted foul in the air. Michaela Pohl with the catch. Guzmano had been 1 for 1, a walk and a single. She scored a run. Now she pops up in foul territory on the first pitch in the 7th. 1 out, nobody on base for Lindsay Florent. Two 2-0 count on Florent. She's 0 for 2. Strikeout, sacrifice, and a fielder's choice. Well placed by Pretchell. Gets the inside call. 2-1. Grounder to Nalvini. And the second baseman over to Alex Lombardo for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Base is empty for Amanda Riley, first team shortstop. Riley had the RBI single in the 5th. Her last at bat, she's 1 for 3. Takes a look at the first pitch for a strike. Amanda batting .402 on the year. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Pretchell seeking her second save of the year, preserving a victory for the starter Leah Nocella. If the score stands, Nocella will go to 7-5 on the year. Amanda Riley looking to do something about that. Count now 2-1. Low for ball 3. Manny Machado on deck. In addition to Nikki Vanelli, Machado has the only other walk-off home run for the Seahawks. It was an inside-the-park grand slam. Seahawks getting their walk-offs against the UMass teams, UMass Boston for Machado and UMass Dartmouth for Vanelli. Ball 4. Machado requested to have a conference with Riley and head coach Janelle Quinto in the third base area. The head coach has to ask for time for this conference. It gives the Hawks the opportunity to have a discussion in the circle. I have no idea what they're talking about. Nobody does, right?
No one.
Not even their head coach. We can ask later. They can tell us, and they could be lying to us. Well, the Seahawks still have some life, trailing by 2. Tying run at the plate. It's Maddie Machado. Amanda Riley on first base with a 2-out walk. First pitch up high, throw down to first. No tag. Ball gets away from Alex Lombardo. Salve Regina Baseball, the number 4 seed in their tournament, hosting Nichols College on Reynolds Field. They were underway at 3:30, so a half hour into their game. One and one on Maddie Machado. Outside. Tough pitch to lay off because it started over a good part of the plate and then it curved wide.
I know I wanted that one.
And when Machado did hit her walk-off grand slam, it was with a similar pitch. And now Michaela Pohl is 4 for 4 on catching Seahawk base runners. As a swing and a miss for a 2-2 count on Machado. Caught stealing 2-6 goes Amanda Riley. Final score here for the playoff game is Roger Williams 5 and Salve Regina 3. 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors for the Hawks. 3 runs on 8 hits and 1 error for Salve Regina. Both teams are still alive in the postseason. For the Hawks, they get to face the number 1 seed, Endicott College, on Friday morning in Beverly. What time will that game happen?
I believe it might be 9:30. I think it's early in the morning.
9:30 in Beverly. We have a final here. It is number 4 seed Salve Regina falling to number 5 seed Roger Williams. The Hawks were the visitors, winning 5-3. We'll give you some totals. The Hawks improved their overall record to 19-20 on the year. Salve Regina falls to 21-19. Winning pitcher is Nocella. She is 7-5. Relief pitcher Haley Pretchell gets the save. It's her second save of the year. Losing pitcher is J.C. Garrigan. She falls to 3-3. Time of the game was exactly 2 hours. We started at 2 o'clock and finished just at 4 p.m. Attendance?
I'd say about, what do you think, 50?
Yeah, it was quickly put together. I know I was in the office at 8 a.m. this morning and then was discovering at around 9:30, hey, there's going to be a game, a softball game at Salve Regina today.
I know our girls were all ready, set up to go to Endicott today, but change of plans.
Salve was on its own bus. Liz Lombardo was 1 for 2, scoring 3 runs for the Hawks. Alyssa Murray, 2 for 3. Alex Lombardo, 2 for 3. 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Murray also had 2 runs batted in. And Tara Tuchowski went 3 for 4 for the visitors for Salve Regina. They spread out 8 hits among 7 players, 1 for Riley, 1 for Machado, 2 for Vanelli, including a double. Cathius had a single. Megan Guest had a double. J.C. Garrigan had an infield single, and Ali Guzmano also had a base hit. Pitching was a story, Casie. And for the visitors, Nocella went 5 1/3 innings, I believe. 5 1/3, because one of these runners was caught stealing. And that was when, with the Haley Pretchel in. So 5 1/3, and then an inning and 2/3 of shutout relief for Pretchel. Gets the save, and we have a final. 5-3 the score. So good luck to the teams as they advance to the next round. It's a double elimination phase tournament, and the rest of the tournament, I believe, will be up in Beverly, Massachusetts, with the number 1 seeded Endicott Gulls hosting. For Casie Beauchemin, my name is Ed Habershaw. Thanks for joining us on the broadcast. Have a good day, everybody.